Hey guys, Jen here from Craft Penguin Planner. Welcome to my channel. Today we are planning the week of, what's today? The 21st, June 21st through June 27th in my Penny Pages B6. And we're going to use this cute little mini kit from Mazie McCrazy. One of my planner friends, Jessie, who's one of my PRs, sent me this, and I think it's really super cute. I think it was a freebie during one of the TPC sales. I know this was a freebie from the sale. So then there's these cute little die cuts. I think these are sticker die cuts. So we're gonna pull some of that in as well. So yeah, let's get started on this. Man, it has been interesting. The past week or so has been interesting, to say the least. Let's put some date dots down first. So I pulled out some of my date dots from Plan with Peggy Co. I have this left over from somewhere, so I figured, you know what, let's use a few of these ones that I can first. Condense some sheets. So, woo, it's been interesting, you guys. If you watched my daily plan with me, you'll understand part of that. But man, it's only gotten more interesting since. It's just been a few days, let me tell you. Friday. Well, it's been a few days that have really impacted me getting sleep. That's what it's really been. Here, let me put... I pulled out some washi from my stash. I thought would look cute with this spread. So I'm going to tape up over here. And let's grab my favorite washi cutter from PS Sticker Co. I'm trying to find the end of this tape. So Friday, my brother locked himself out of the house on his way out to the door to go to work. So he calls me. He's one of the few people I have that can break through my Do Not Disturb on my phone. I have that set up so that it goes on Do Not Disturb around 11 at night, which most people don't call past that, but there's a few people who would, just because they know I'm up. So yeah, I'm trying to see, I probably should lay that first, but you know, I just want to make sure it's gonna cover. Whatever, we'll do this. So he called and woke me up at 7 o'clock in the morning. And you know, I'm a night owl. And yeah, let's just say I went to bed fairly late the night before, or that morning, or whatever you want to call it, you know, because it was like after 2 for sure. I went to bed fairly late, and so getting a 7 a.m. wake up call so I could unlock the door was not my idea of fun. But you know, nice thing is able to go right back to bed. So that's what I did. I went back to bed for a bit. So that wasn't the biggest thing in the world, except it took me a minute to get back to sleep, which, you know, doesn't help. And then, you know, if you get woken up like that, you just don't really ever get back into a good solid sleep. Yeah. Especially if it's within a little while of when you normally would get up. I mean, I normally get up around 9:30, so it was a couple of hours. However, it still interrupted my sleep. But then Saturday came. And, okay, well, let me back up. Friday night's my planning night. So I go to bed pretty late Friday nights. And because I have 6 planners. Don't judge. I have 6 planners. I mean, you guys know, you see them on the channel. But, so I sit down and I plan. Oh, I need a couple more habit triggers. So I grabbed my reusable sticker book. Oh, you know what? I think that blue right there looks pretty. How about we go with that? These I know for sure from Beyond Paper Flowers. I know that without a doubt. So Friday nights, I'm up late. I was tired Friday because, you know, I kind of got sleep broken. She has these. So, oh, that's going to be perfect. And I can cut this one, and I can always use another little strip. So Friday I was already tired, and this is why we're planning in my B6, because I pulled everything out to plan, didn't even stop and hesitate and think at all whatsoever what I had planned for filming for the channel. And so I started planning. I was 2 planners in, and then I suddenly went, oh, wait, what was I supposed to be filming for Monday? Turns out it was supposed to be my Panichi, which I had already planned. So I'm like, well, we can just switch it up a little bit. Excuse me, guys, my voice is gonna, it's yesterday. Oh, there's a goals. I like that because that's what I use for right here is goals. I almost used it this week, and then I saw the goals. Perfect. There, don't need another strip. I was, where was I? Yeah. It did, you know, a couple of times already recently I've had to mix things up a little bit. So, you know, whatever. It's no big deal. So I'll plan to do the Panichi Friday since I kind of messed up and planned that when I was supposed to film it. So, you know what? I'm like, all right, well, I already switched up 1 week. Let's just go do the B6, which I missed doing whenever that was last week. Because of whatever reason, I decided to switch things up. So, yeah, we'll do that. So, Friday, I had a hard time focusing, to be honest. And I still didn't even get everything done. But I went to bed rather late. Again, later than Thursday night into Friday. Okay. So Saturday comes along. And it's 7 o'clock. I'm assuming my brother just left for work. Like moments earlier, because that's just how it goes. And I kind of hear King trotting up and down the hallway, his nose pushing through the blinds in the living room. We have a really big window. Sorry, shaking the camera. We have a really big window up front in the living room and the blinds there. And let's see, I have to-dos, today's, odds and ends this week. I guess I could use the odds and ends on one of the days and then the to-dos and today's the other. That'll work. Let's put odds and ends kind of in the middle of the week for Wednesday. And then Saturday, Sunday just won't get one. But you know what? That's okay. I grabbed... Well, I have these too. I could just use that and cut it down so that way I don't have to pull out extra stuff. Yeah. So I hear King peeking his head through the blinds, which he does when Brian leaves, if he's out and about and all that. I hear him peeking out the blinds. I hear him running up and down the hallway, whining. And I'm going, something doesn't seem right. I'm like, I thought Brian had to work today. So I got out of bed and I looked out my window of my bedroom because I can see right there to see if he, you know, his truck or his car are out there or not, you know. And I'm like, I don't know which one he took to work, but, you know, I looked out, his truck's gone. So I'm like, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I expected, was him not to be home. So why am I hearing King running loose in the house? Yeah. So let's use the pink. So I left my bedroom to go see what was up. And sure enough, opened my door, there was King looking at me. And I'm like, why are you out of the cage? Because we know what happens when he's out of the cage. He gets mad when Brian leaves, and he leaves a present, and or he like tries to mess up my blinds, which is why I have to like pull them open for him. And well, yep, he left Brian a present, except Brian's not home to clean it up. So I had to clean up that mess. He pooped on my rug in the living room. Let's just say I was none too happy. Tweezers from Perfect Prince Co. Then I noticed he definitely messed up the blinds. He actually started to chew on part of it. And so I went ahead and I threw some clothes on because I'm like, I need to deal with the situation. So I went into Brian's room to see that, you know, the cage was kind of on an angle from him getting out of it. Apparently, Brian left the bottom latch unlocked, which made for a very easy escape. He pushed right through the door and got out. Well, and on occasion, Brian will leave his bedroom door open, which he doesn't always. Usually he doesn't when he leaves for work, but he did. So here I was Saturday thinking I was going to sleep in a little bit because, well, I was super tired after Friday. And no, I had a little over 3 hours of sleep before King managed to wake me up with his shenanigans. So I had to clean up out of his cage because he had water everywhere, because his water bowl and food and all that are in there with him. And a little snag right there. Come on. I don't feel like cutting you, except I may need to trim that rough piece off. There we go. So I had to clean that up. I had to clean up the crap off the floor in the living room. And all that. But, oh, I picked up the phone and I called my brother, too, when I realized he was running loose. Like, before I even got dressed or anything. I called him and I'm like, hey. And he's like, his response was, yes, sis. And I'm like, King is running loose in the house. He goes, what? I'm like, yeah. He said he got out of his cage then. I'm like, yeah, well, and that's when I had checked too to see what was, going on. How did he get out? And it was, like I said, he had escaped due to my brother's lack of closing the latch all the way. I'm thinking, oh, that one's right there. So maybe, I don't have a lot. I mean, I don't know what I have going on specifically this week other than, like, the normal shop stuff. So let's decorate a little bit. Let's see if we can do this in a way where it covers the Tombow up. Just like that, I think. And I think these are stickers, so that'll make my life easy. Yeah, so, but when he came home and everything, he apologized too for all that, but, when he came home and I showed him that he messed up the blinds, he's like, okay. He's like, I'll buy you a new set. Because he did. He chewed part on the blinds. It is what it is. I mean, yeah. What can I say? So I finally got a nap like 4, 5 o'clock, somewhere around there. So you can imagine, after like 3 hours or so of sleep, I was exhausted. I barely got any work done on Saturday. I tried, trust me. I was in here working on orders to the best of my ability. I managed to squeeze a few out, but I did not get nearly what I wanted to get done, accomplished, because I was just so exhausted. So I'm trying to do this so it covers up that line and I don't have to use something else. Would it be wrong if I cut that? Or maybe I can put it, because I still want to have room to write stuff in. Maybe like that would work. Okay. So, yeah, Saturday was kind of fun. And of course, King tried to fight me to go back in the cage, which, I would have considered leaving him out since he had already done his getting mad bit. But then it would be like rewarding him for misbehaving. So I didn't want to do that. I wanted him to realize that no, he cannot escape the cage and go poop on the rug and, all the things. So I got him back in, but he tried to fight me, of course, because he didn't really want to go in there. I mean, I can't blame him, but he He's proven to us multiple times that he can't handle coming out without Brian home. I've tried so much, really. I mean, he tried just with him being out while he ran to his house for like 5 minutes. And he couldn't even get to his house, which is like 3 streets over from me, before King decided to leave a present in my office. So I called Brian and he came back and cleaned that up. I mean, that was like a little over a week ago. I may have told you about that. And if I didn't, well, there you go. But yeah, so that was fun. So yesterday, after all that, I slept in a little bit. I didn't actually get moving until after 10 for sure. For sure after 10. And then what do I have this week? I know I really want to get certain things accomplished certain days. I'm gonna put this weekend up here. So then, yeah, so yesterday I literally didn't get out of bed until late because I was just so exhausted. And then if I'd have been up earlier, I'd have probably gone to church physically for the first time in like a year. But you know, I kind of got up a little too late for that. So I caught part of service online. And then after that, I went to town on orders. I had the goal of finishing and having all orders out by today. And I still had almost 20 orders left to go. And after Saturday of not getting much done, I'm like, we are doing the things. We're gonna get this done. We're gonna work hard. And I don't care what time it is, we're getting it done. You guys, I stayed up till 3 o'clock. But I finished all the orders. All of them are done. Done. And I'm so happy. I stayed so focused yesterday that I was able to accomplish that, which makes me excited. So, I dropped off the rest of orders this morning at the post office, and yeah, now I think I'm going to take a little bit of time this afternoon for me, just because like it's been a weekend. and I've been working really hard, and yesterday I worked like literally from about like I said, you know, just after noon till 3 a.m. I did take a couple of hour break because I had dinner. My brother and I went and got some Mexican. Oh, that was good, except service was poor, and we're just gonna leave it at that. Service was, yeah. Let's just stick this here. And then, I have deco. Let's use some deco, cause why not? And then this morning, you guys, like, I understand my brother's probably like exhausted himself because he literally worked 6 days last week without his normal day off, and he's gonna have another busy week this week because somebody at work is out, family emergency. So he's been working way too many hours. And he set the alarm off this morning. He forgot to check and turn it off on his phone before. And by the way, the keypad is in my bedroom. So I got a rude awakening at a little before 7 this morning, because he was taking King out and he didn't even realize it. He came back in with King and I peeked out and looked at him. I'm like, you set the alarm off. He goes, I did? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, yeah. We'll save that, obviously, because we're past May at this point. So we'll save that and use it maybe next year for May. All right. So here's what I've got left. I can pull in more of this during the week if I need it. But I think this looks really cute. And yeah. So yeah, that was my crazy weekend. I'm finally feeling a little bit more rested though. So, but I think I'm going to take a little break this afternoon before I dive into any more work. But I have big things I'm working on this week. So, all right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.